Hello, everybody.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you to be with us tomorrow. So I'm very pleased to introduce my two co-speakers, Christian Marti from the company Gufresco. Christian is commercial and operation manager at Gufresco. This company is a leading company specialized in production of juices and ready-to-eat products. And with a decade of experience, Christian has been a key person to the company's success, which started out its use of HPP technology to offer fresh and high quality products. And Christian will tell us his experience, will tell us more on the third presentation of this webinar. I'm also very pleased to be with my colleague, who is Berta Polanco. Berta works for Hyperbaric as food application, HPP food application specialist for now more than 4 years. And her job in our company with colleagues of application is to help our customer to reply to any question concerning food processing, packaging, and everything you want to learn about HPP. And myself, I'm Carol Tonello. I'm Vice President of Business Development, and I was during many years the directors of the food application at Hyperbaric. And I will be the first speaking, then that will be Berta, and then Christian. So the application team, just give you a short insight, is led by Dr. Mario Gonzalez. Mario works directly with Berta and also with another colleague, Rui Queiroz, and they are all taking care of essentially of the European customer. And we have in Miami, we have another colleague, Daniela, and she works for our American customers, and Clarice Lay from Shanghai, China. She's dedicated to Asian customer, especially the Chinese one. So where are they working? The application my application colleagues in 3 different pilot plants or HPP incubators. So we have one in Spain, one in Miami, Florida in the US, and one in Shanghai, where we give a food science support for product development, HPP packaging, HPP processing parameters, food safety regulation related to HPP, and validation and shelf life studies. So if you need us, please do not hesitate to contact us. The company, very quickly, and then I will develop a little bit more about the HPP technology itself and in its use for juices and the benefits. Our company has 20 years old, or started 26 years back. Sorry. We are now more than 170 employees, selling more than 75 million euro of high-pressure machines, mainly for HPP. And for HPP, we have roughly 2/3 of the global market. We have installed more than 400 machines, HPP machines all over the world in more than 50 countries. Our development is really based on R&D, and we have been doing more than 25 R&D projects to develop our technology, our machines, and to help our customer to develop their technology too, or to follow the needs of the food industry. Where we are, the headquarters of Hyperbaric are in Spain, where I am and where Berta is. And we have sales and after sales in USA, in Miami, Florida, and also in China, in Shanghai. And we have after sales in Oceania and in Mexico. So we cover all over the world to be able to give the service that our customer needs. So starting really with the interest of HPP for juices and beverages in the industry. First, I would like to summarize the benefits for the for you if you are not very familiar with the technology. This is a non-thermal, minimally processing and clean label preservation technology. Non-thermal means no heat, so it's a non-thermal process. And for juices, the advantage is that we can give a fresh-like quality for beverages, for juices, for tea, for many beverages. I will give some more details later. We can extend the shelf life of the, I would say, fresh juices. We enhance, of course, the food safety because we kill microorganisms. Bertha will give more details in her presentation. We can retain the nutrition, the beneficial component of the fruit of the beverages or tea, coffee, or whatever, because we do not overprocess and we do not eat. But the effect on microorganisms is like the heat pasteurization. So it's pasteurization, but without heat. And we can use with both technology in pack and in bulk. We can use all type of packaging, and this is the technology is now available with the bulk technology for a carton pack or for glass. I will explain a little bit more later. What are the parameters? With the machine, we can achieve 87,000 psi, 6,000 bars, 600 MPa, and the processing time for juices and beverages is between 30 and 180 seconds. And we process the juice at refrigerated temperature, classically. So in any case, below room temperature, in general, from 10 degrees up to 25 if we need. In few minutes, we can really have a pasteurization-like effect, but without thermal treatment. How much pressure? Well, it's very big, very huge. So it's 6 tons per square centimeter. So it's 6 times more than the biggest pressure we can find in the deepest part of the ocean, in the Mariana Trench. So this is very huge, and this is the pressure we need to be able to kill microorganisms. With this pressure, you need to imagine that in the vessel of our machine, the bottle is compressed the juice is compressed about 15%, so the volume itself decrease under pressure. Of course, after depressurization, when we release the pressure, the volume is coming back. So if you have a bottle of 1 liter at the end of the process, it's still 1 liter, but under pressure, it was something like 8 or 0.85 liters. So we compress, so the molecules are closer, and we make some slight change, molecular change in the microorganisms, and we kill them. But this is not enough, this molecular change. This is not enough to modify the properties of the juice. But I don't want to spoil the presentation of Bertha, so you will know a little bit more later. How it does work? With the in-pack HPP machine, we place the juice or the beverage in the bottles, in a canister. This is the blue basket you can see. We push inside the vessel, and then it's pressurized. And when we depressurize, the basket with the bottles exit. Our range, we have a large range going from, for juices, from 200 or 300 liter per hour up to 4,000 liter per hour machines. So different size, between a vessel of 55 liter up to 525 liter vessel. Each machine is able to do from, I would say, from 6 to 10, 11, depending the number of intensifier you have, cycle per hour. And depending the size and the shape of the packaging, you can fill a little bit more or less juice or beverage in the vessel. So this is why the productivity can vary a little bit, following the type or the geometry of the packaging, and also, of course, the size of the machine and the number of intensifier it has. We have developed and patented the Hyperbaric, the first in-bulk system in the world. So this is a machine that takes the beverage from one tank, push inside the vessel, the high-pressure vessel, inside a big plastic pouch that can withstand 100 cycles or more. We pressurize and then we exit the juice in another tank. And with this technology, we can have an extended shelf life line for packaging. So we can, of course, pack the juice in or bottle in plastic bottle. But we can also, it works also, of course, with carton and could work also with glass bottle. Because one of the constraints of the impact is that you have to place the bottle or the package inside the vessel, and the carton and the glass would not be suitable. So thanks to this video, you could see how does work our machine and the different step of the HPP impact cycle. So I think it's perhaps if you had no idea of this type of machines, you can understand a little bit how it does work. And then the second part of my presentation is about the juices and beverage market, HPP juices and beverage markets, and growth driver for the sectors. The consumers and the brands need HPP technology because the consumer are looking for products that fit in their modern lifestyle, healthy, convenient, and sustainable. They want fresh-like beverages, they want superior nutrition, but they want convenience because it's not always easy to squeeze your juice. And they want a long shelf life because the fresh juices, the problem could be that it's very short. If you don't drink immediately, this is spoils. Concerning the brands, they need to differentiate in the market. If you do what hundreds of competitors are doing, this is very difficult to lead the market or to have a share of the market. So thanks to HPP, you could reach a premium positioning. You could develop some very innovative products, of course, keeping food safety and extended shelf life. And this technology is something that is very sustainable. And so this is easy to explain to the retailer and to the customer. Concerning our machine, we have an eco design working on reduction of natural resources, which are mainly water, because the machine uses water and electricity. The lowest footprint we can, even if this is big machine, they don't use a lot of space. The weight is heavy, but the space is not too long and too large. And we are working on recovering all the water we are using. At this stage, we are recovering 85% of the water we use at each cycle. But we know that the water could be critical, especially in some area of the world. So we are working on a full recovery of the water we use. And the bulk technology is also very sustainable, because we increase filling the big pouch inside the vessel much more. So by each cycle, the electric consumptions, the filling ratio of the vessel is with much more liter of beverage inside, and the electric consumption to make each cycle, or the demand of electricity, is the same. If you fill the vessel with half, it means that if in a vessel of 300 liter you place only 150 liter of juice, you would with the bulk you would be able to place something like 280 liters. So each cycle you perform, you process much more. And of course, this technology is packaging versatile. So for sustainability, if you want to use carton or glass, because it's more sustainable than the plastic option, that's a possibility. The juices, well, this is really the trends, or juices and beverages, is really the trend since the last 2 years. You can see in orange the number of machine. So installed since 2025, 2020, 2015, and you see that before up to from 2000 to 2010, we had almost no application with juice, and then this has been growing in the 10 last years, and now in hyperbaric, I would say that roughly between 35 and 50% of the machine we can sell each year all over the world are for juices. So this is really a driver for this category. And concerning the global evolution of the HPP system, you can see on black, the black bar is the accumulated number of HPP equipment in production, so including the more than 400 machine we have, and also the machine we know of our customers. So more than 750 all over the world, as far as we know, and more of 400 are from us. And you can see the number of liter of vessel, processing vessel of the machine, and we are this year we are over 200,000 liter with hyperbaric and all the colleagues or competitors, and we are reaching with hyperbaric 100,000 liters of vessel of HPP machine installed all over the world, which is a great number. So it's going up year after year. Which type of juices and beverages are processed? Classical juices, smoothie, plant-based beverages, cold brew coffee, cold brew tea, fruit-based beverages, vegetable soups like gazpacho, for example, functional and energy beverages, and probiotic and fermented beverages. Well, I've been perhaps a little bit too long, but it's. I hope you could have a good introduction of the technology. And now Berta will give you some presentation on microorganism control. Thanks to HPP validation and shelf life. Berta, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Carol. So, can you hear me well? Yes. First of all, I want to compare why the HPP is able to inactivate the microorganisms, comparing with the traditional pasteurization. Pasteurization as a heat treatment, it creates temperature gradients, and there's a slow transmission of the temperature inside the food. So as advantage, the HPP is isostatically and homogeneous. So this way we can attack the microorganisms and with no changes in composition of the food against the traditional thermal pasteurization. So in this way, HPP has a minimal effects on vitamin, antioxidants, micronutrients, flavor and aroma compounds of the food. So it is the advantages of this cold pressure technology. So, well, regarding the Codex Alimentarius, we can have a classification of ready-to-drink beverages. In this way, we can find typical fruit and vegetable juices, but also they include the nectars that add water with sweeteners, and we can find juices, purees, concentrates, or their mixture. And there's new type of drinks like water-based flavored drinks that include the dairy alternatives, the infusions, carbonate and non-carbonate drinks, and dairy-based drinks. So regarding this general classification, we can find several examples of HPP juices and also other formats like sodas, smoothies, veggie soups, and fruit-based water that already exist in the market. These are the classical examples, but now there's some customers that are developing new formats like fruit-infused water, hydration electrolytes, sport beverages, CBC and probiotic beverages, and another type of natural focus beverages that use it promotes natural focus without the use of caffeine with fatty acids and essential amino acids. So in this way, HPP can extend the shelf life of a wide range of beverages, but maintaining their unique sensory attributes and preserving their functionality. So in the next slide, we can see how HPP preserves the functionality of this type of fruit and vegetable beverage. Here we have an example about how comparing with thermal process, HPP can maintain the total phenol content and the anthocyanins of a strawberry and blueberry puree. In this case, the anthocyanins are not affected by HPP in both purees, and the total polyphenols a little increase after HPP. It can be because of the release of some polyphenols that are more available after processing. Another example is in cucumber juice. So in this way, this study analyzed the chlorophyll A and B. Here we can we compare the unprocessed juice and a thermal treatment of 80 degrees for 15 seconds and the HPP treatment of 100 megapascal for 2 minutes. And they measure during the storage the content of chlorophylls. So comparing the the results, the HPP treatment increased the chlorophylls in the cucumber juice, and the thermal pasteurization decreases a little during the storage. Another example is in multi-fruit smoothies. So in this article, the authors analyzed the different bioactive compounds at day 0 and compare it with the heat treatment of 80 degrees for 3 minutes. So when we compare the day 0 and the day 45, we can see a higher retention of the active compounds with the HPP treatment during processing and also after storage. Another point that has importance is the microbiological point of view. So in this case, HPP is able to ensure the food safety and the shelf-life extension of this type of products. So with the machines, we can only play with two parameters, the pressure and the time we process. So with this graphic, we want to show that the increasing the pressure from 400 megapascals to 600 megapascals in two types of juices, in peach juice and orange juice, we increase the inactivation of Listeria monocytogenes, so from around 3 logarithms to 5 logarithms. So increasing the pressure has a more lethal effect than the extending the holding time. In this case was 1 minute. And to achieve this 5 log reduction, we need to go to the maximum pressure. In this case, this is 100 megapascals. In the next slide, we compare in the same type of juices the extending the holding time. So we can see how reducing the pressure, it requires increasing the holding time, and there's like a maximum that we can achieve. In this case, with peach, to achieve more than 5 logs, we need 10 minutes. And for orange juice, it was achieved at 3 minutes. It means that we need to optimize for each type of juice. And there's another critical parameters like the pH and the water activity of the products. In the next graphic, we compare the pH of different matrices from pH 6.5 to pH 4.5. So as much we decrease the pH, the inactivation is greater. So standardizing the juice in the production to have a constant pH is really important, that it is generally considered as a critical point for HPP efficiency. And the other parameter is the water activity. Juices normally have a high water activity, but it should be have a very special attention to fruit purées and concentrates, that they decrease the water activity of the final product. And a part of this parameter, it is important to introduce the concept of bricks that is widely used in the juice industry. So there's a good correlation between the water activity and the breeze degree. So as the higher breeze degree, the lower water activity has the product. So in this case, we put a margin of 3 degrees bricks to equalize to the 0.96 that has water activity as the minimum that has a good high inactivation with HPP. So it is also important to say that from a regulatory perspective, in the USA, for example, they mark the high acid juices that has a lower than 4.6 pH, that it is covered by the juice hazard regulation. So usually the FDA require a process validation. And for juices that has a low acid pH, the process has to add control measures against the Clostridium botulinum risk, as HPP does not inactivate the bacterial spores. Another study that has shown the effectivity of HPP against different pathogens is from Cornell University, where they studied 12 commercial juices, and after applying a 100 megapascals for 1 minute, they achieved a reduction of more than 5 logs of Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria monocytogenes. And that is the FDA regulation. Another examples also for E. coli and Salmonella in different matrices like orange juice, grape juice, carrot juice, and coconut water. In this case, they study 600 megapascals for 2 minutes is enough to reduce for more than 5 logs reduction these two pathogens. And the next slide it shows also the Listeria monocytogenes in different matrices like apple juice, orange, peach, and carrot juice with different pressure and times. The next example is in grape juice, that it has a very high pH, and in apple juice that they are able to reduce E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria in this type of matrices. And for the shelf-life extension, it is also useful because we can see in these graphics that analyzing the total mesophilic bacteria and the molds and yeast only with 450 megapascals for 30 seconds, we have no counts of this type of microorganisms during 30 days of storage at 4 degrees. And there are another examples in carambola juice and grapefruit juice, where the counts are below the detection limit up to the last day of storage. And the new challenges and innovations are, of course, sustainability, as Carol has already introduced in her presentation. The new challenges are focused on the raw material, in this case, the upcycling method, and also for the packaging to process the product. So for the first one, I want to show you a case study of Loop Mission, that is our client that takes ugly raw material and they use for cold press the fruit. So each bottle contains up to 1.4 kilos of rescued fruits and veggies to create a bottle of juice. So later they use the HPP technology for preserve all the nutrients and bioactive compounds of these juices. And the next example is about the impact technology. So we use plastic, but if we compare the quantity of PET that we use for one bottle and, for example, one cake, in a bottle we use 600 grams the PET by liter. So with a cake, we can reduce a 97% of plastic because we use only 20 grams the PET per liter. So this is a good strategy to reduce the plastic we create. And there's also another alternatives like sustainable materials like polylactic acid that has been validated for HPP. And there's some of our clients that use recycled PET with any problem. And there's new biodegradable solutions such as adding some additives that can be digested by the microorganisms when the PET is manufactured. So this type of bottles can be compostable. And the type of packaging we can process in Impact Technology has no limitation because we have validated square, round, and little shots that can be processed, and also these new sustainable materials, or even the different type of shape, like cone shape for carbonated beverage and the kegs solution. And for the Impact Technology, as Carol has already explained, there's no packaging limitations because we can bottle the juice in glass, metal, plastic, or cartoon. So this are the new type of solutions that we have. So to sum up my presentation, the HPP technology can preserve the sensory, nutritional, and functional attributes of cold processed juices. The technology is suitable for new products categories, and it is already used as a lethal step to inactivate pathogens in cold processed juices. And this way we can ensure safety and regulatory compliance. Finally, the alternatives to conventional plastic bottles and upcycling strategies are suitable for the high pressure processed juices and beverages. So that's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Berta. Very, very clear, very informative. So now we will switch to Christian's presentation, and we will take some questions if we have time, because we don't want to be too long. So I would like to introduce a little bit more Christian Marti. He has a solid background in business and administration management. He has been a key player at Gus Fresco since he joined the company in 2013. And since 2018, he has held the position of sales and operations manager, overseeing the most important national accounts. His expertise is focused on managing strategic customer relationship, driving sales, and ensuring the operational excellence to meet the demand of key players in the domestic market. His decade-long tenure at Gus Fresco has given him a deep knowledge of the company products, operation, market dynamics, consolidating his role as a fundamental leader on the team. And concerning his company, so Gus Fresco is a Spanish company that specializes in producing and distributing fresh and ready-to-eat fruit and vegetable products. Founded in 2007 with a clear vision of offering fresh, natural orange juices, the company has grown and evolved. Today, Gus Fresco is a benchmark in the market of healthy, natural juices, largely due to its commitment to HPP Technology. So the company is dedicated to create high quality, natural, fresh products to satisfy the needs of modern consumer who prioritize convenience and nutrition. So, Christian, thank you very much to be with us today, and we are looking forward to hear about the Gus Fresco's successful case study.
Thank you, Carol. Good afternoon. I'm Christian, and I'm operations and commercial manager at Gus Fresco. And I'm going to give you an explanation of how we apply HPP technology with hyperbaric to our products. But before that, I'd like to show you a video. The video is in Spanish, but with English subtitles, so that you can all clearly see how we apply HPP to our juice and all the process.
HPP Gufresco. Nuestra marca de zumos fresquitos, natural and fresh. ¿Cómo se hacen nuestros zumos? Los zumos de fresquitos se elaboran a partir de frutas y verduras de primera calidad. Son zumos naturales. Si son naturales, ¿por qué tienen una extensa vida útil? Los zumos de fresquitos se elaboran con el sistema Cold Press, que consiste en la extracción en frío. Cuando tenemos nuestro zumo elaborado y envasado, le aplicamos un procedimiento no térmico basado en altas presiones, HPP. ¿Qué son las altas presiones hidrostáticas o HPP? Es una tecnología no térmica para los alimentos. Nos permite alargar la vida útil de zumos, smoothies, cremas, salsas naturales, manteniendo intactos todos sus nutrientes y conservando su sabor original. Este sistema además garantiza la seguridad alimentaria. La presión isostática transmitida por el agua es de hasta 6.000 bares, consiguiendo un efecto equivalente a la pasteurización, pero sin utilizar calor. Esta presión es similar a la que producirían 2 elefantes de 5.000 kilos sobre una superficie de 1 centímetro cuadrado. ¿Qué conseguimos con el HPP? Alimentos más seguros. Se desactiva la actividad microbiológica dañina y alterante de los alimentos sin destruir sus vitaminas o minerales. Productos más frescos y sabrosos. La conservación por altas presiones mantiene intacta su frescura y propiedades sensoriales, olor, color, sabor y apariencia. Más ecológico. La tecnología HPP reduce o elimina el uso de conservantes. No usa agentes químicos, solo agua. HPP Gufresco.
Okay, now I'm going to share a presentation by Gufresco what applying HPP to our products means for us. Okay, first, introduction of Gufresco. Gufresco is a leading food service company in Spain, founded in 2007 and part of the Jefe Union Group. We are a national supplier of fruit and vegetables, natural juice and other products for Horeca and Travel Channel and supermarkets. Our specialization is 100% natural orange juice in first place, multi-fruit juice, and fresh fruit cut, fruits and vegetables. This is fourth range of fruit and vegetables. And our commitment is quality, freshness, and food safety. Okay, what is HPP technology? The definition is clear: is high pressure processing, and these have a basic operations. First, the packaged product is placed inside the chamber. In second, it is subjected to pressures up 6,000 bars using cold water. This is a point, a very important point, because using cold water prevents the product from undergoing changes. And third, the high pressure inactivates pathogenic and spoilage microorganisms without affecting vitamins, flavor, or aroma. As a result, we extend the product shelf life without significant changes on the product. The difference compared no thermal pasteurization. First is no heat, preserve freshness and nutrients with no organoleptic modifications. And second, no preservatives. The product is a clean label product. Okay. HPP application at Fresco. The equipment that we use now is Hyperbaric 135, and the products that we are treating now with this Hyperbaric is 100% natural orange juice, multi-fruit juice, and crushed tomato. This product is widely consumed here in Spain for breakfast. And our main objective is preserve the original taste and freshness while ensuring food safety and extending the shelf life of the product. Now, I will list the benefits of incorporating an HPP line into our company. In first, the benefits of product quality. For our product, HPP preserves vitamins and antioxidants, maintains natural taste, color, and aroma, and no need for additives. The product no need for additives or artificial preservatives. Second, benefit international expansion. With the extension of the shelf life of the juice, in our case, from 5-7 days to 30-60 days, always with the product refrigerated, depending of the cycle duration and depending of the pressure. The product is ability to export to more distant markets without quality losing, and increase competitiveness compared with pasteurized products. And third, improve internal operations. In terms of production, we have greater flexibility in planning and larger batches and less frequent production runs. And with regard to logistic and storage, reduce waste due to expiration, less pressure on urgent transport, and optimize it in inventory and distribution. Okay, now I speak about some key case and figures. As I tell before, safe life before for our product were 4 or 5 days, and now with HPP line we have until 30 and 60 days, always with the product refrigerated. This has enabled us to sell our juice to customers. We already worked with other products, such as, for example, supermarket, airports, or shops and restaurants. In second, the waste reduction is around 25%, and new markets. Before we only worked here in Spain because the safe life of the product was 4 or 5 days, and now We can work in Germany, France, UK, and Netherlands, and we can have international expansion for the company. Now I'm showing all the products that we treat with HPP. Natural juice, always in small format like this, and natural juice in large format for Oreca, hotel chains, and big key chains of airports, for example, like this or this. Okay, to finish with the presentation, what conclusions can we draw? For Bufresco, investing in HPP technology with Preservative has been a strategic decision that ensures premium quality, boost internationalization of the company, and optimize process and reduce operation costs. Okay, and finally, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to Fruit Attraction, which will be held in Madrid on 30th of September and 1st and 2nd of October, where we will be present like every year. Thank you very much for your attention, and it has been a pleasure to share with you our experience with HPP and Hyperbaric. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christian. Very, very interesting that you share your experience in sales and operation with the HPP technology, and we will start now the question and answer time for a few minutes. We had received quite a lot of questions, but first I would like to start with you, Christian. So from your experience, what are the key trends? What key trends are shaping the juice and beverage industry today? And looking ahead, how do you see high pressure processing or HPP influence in the future?
Okay, the current trend is very clear. Consumers are looking for products that are natural, free of preservatives, like I tell you before, and as close as possible to fresh or freshly made products. So a clear example on this is not only our juice, but also in prepared meals, which are increasing in demand. Therefore, we have a long way to go in the future with the application in HPP to all possible foods for the reason we have discussed before.
That's great. Great to know that you are thinking in new fresh products with HPP. That's great. And I have another question, Christian, for you. Gufresco is a leader in HPP technology. How do you go about raising awareness and education of the final customer, and also your clients, your customers, so the bars, the hotels, and the retailers? And in your opinion, is there a greater need for education on this topic in the industry?
Well, we have been working on this several years now and ago, and it's a complicated task because 6 or 7 years ago, no buyers from supermarkets, for example, or hotel chains knew about this technology. Or very few knew what HPP was and what it involved. Step by step, we have been informing all our customers and buyers have become aware on what HPP is. They are now even seeking our products and treat with high pressure instead of pasteurizing ones. Because everything that this entails, and because of what we mentioned earlier about consumer trends. So 6-7 years ago, nobody knew what is HPP, and now the customers and purchasing managers asking us for these type of products. Yes.
They ask and they want HPP. So
yes.
So you did a great job in educating because we know that I would say our company Hyperbaric tried to educate globally, but of course we cannot reach all your possible customers. So that's very good that after several years of explaining the technology, that they now understand it, and of course they ask you for more HPP products. So that's really great to hear that. We have a question for now for Berta in the chat. So do we need to adjust the pressure and time setting if the products vary in terms of pH? For example, calamansi concentrate. I'm not sure if you, Berta, you know what is calamansi. Yeah, I don't know. So, well, let's say concentrate. I guess this is very acidic. Understanding the question, and coconut milk, which has a pH of 5 to 6, I guess. So,
yes. As I tried to explain, the coconut milk is next to the neutral pH. So we need to go to the maximum pressure. So in this case, we apply the 600 bars, and at least for 3 minutes. And for example, for the calamansi concentrate, if it's an acid product, we can decrease the pressure and a little the time also. So for each product, we can optimize the pressure and time conditions to adapt the final product that we want to achieve and the shelf life extension we want to achieve also.
Yeah. And we have another question from Patricia. Do I always have to fill the blue basket completely, or can I just put some few bottles? Does this affect HPP results or effectiveness? I don't know if you want to reply, or well, I can. Yeah, please.
Only we need to completely fill the basket for production, but as the pressure is equal in each point of the basket, so there's no problem to put little or quantities of bottles, because the process is applied in all the chamber, the vessel. So it is effective for all the products we put on the basket.
Yes, if we can place one bottle in a very big vessel, but in this case for production, you you spend money, you throw money through the window. But for test, yes, of course. So we have another work. Does the HPP work effectively on glass bottle products? So perhaps this is for me. Not on the glass bottle, but we can have a glass bottling if we use the HPP in bulk technology that Hyperbaric has developed. But if you have the same machine, for example, that the one we have seen on both video, Christian video and the video we show, you cannot place a glass bottle because it will be shrink under pressure. To propose HPP juice in glass bottle, you need to adopt the in bulk technology. So the machine that taking the juice from one tank going through the machine through a big pouch and filling extended shelf life tank and going to the extended shelf life bottling line with glass bottles. Okay, so this is it is now more than 1 hour we are together, so I have to wrap up. And if you want to know more, we have a lot of HPP resources at your disposal. So in hyperbaric.com or hyperbaric.cn for China in Chinese languages, you can find a lot of video. This is what we call the HPP Global Communities video, white paper, flyers with a lot of information, and also you can have access of the information of our R&D academia network if you need to do trials, but you cannot come to our pilot plant or you prefer to work with a local partner. We will be at DreamTech, and as Christian said, with his booth at IFEMA at the end of this month for Fruit Attraction. We are mid-September at DreamTech in Germany, and if you want to visit us, we will be very, very pleased to receive you and to reply with your questions. So I will be at DreamTech, but also my colleague Marta, Maria, Pedro, Gadea, and Huangqi Feng is our Chinese colleague. So with this, I would like to thank you very much. Of course, I would like to thank Christian and Go Fresco. Thank you very much for sharing your experience, and thank you very much, Berta, for the presentation. We hope to see you at in another webinar, and thank you for attending to this one. Thank you very much.